the x value, I'm going to go ahead and make this 0.3. So also I'm going to go ahead and copy my material or paste it onto there. Okay, now here's the trick, and there may be quicker ways of doing this. I do remember back when I was in school being taught some advanced ways of doing this, but this is the method I use. It's just pure mathematics. Okay, first off, you open your object attributes dialog box window, and first off here you can see there's a little padlock here. Your origin and position are locked together. Now the origin of this is x0, because along the x-axis, which is this way, or the z-axis, which is the other way, origin is 0. The y0 is down here. So your y, of course, is 44.89. And the position now is 2 points out from the middle of that 0, 0 axis, 2.4048. So if you do not click off of this padlock over here, anytime you put in a value here, it's going to affect your position, so it's going to move it. But now your origin is at 0. Let's take a look here and see. Okay, we're still alright. Now, position's at 0 on the Y, origin. Okay, let's try something here. Whoops, there we go. Okay, wrong one. Alright. Now, I'm going to click off this. I was actually selected on something else. Okay, I'm going to by clicking off this red triangle here, I'm going to set this to 0. And when I close it, basically, the origin is going to be here along the 0, 0 center line where it was originally. Now, what's the significance of that? Well, the significance of that is because we are going to hit Control C, copy, and Control V, and we're going to paste it. Now, we can go in here and along the X rotation, or the Y rotation, excuse me, because we're going to be rotating along the Y axis. Rotate along the X or the Z axis, it's going to do things we don't want it to do. So I'm going to just hit 90 and hit the check mark, and look what happens. Put one right at 90, okay? Hit Control V again, go into A, and 180. We're going around the 360-degree circles in quarter increments. So now Control V again, A, 270. Okay, now if we look, we've got them all around at 25% increments, or 90-degree increments. Now we want to go back, Control V, another one, and we're going to go and then fill in the 45s. So 45, okay, Control V again, 135, Control V again, 225, and Control V again, 315 degrees. Okay, so that's going to give us a nice little lattice, I guess you could say, here around. And let's render it real quick and take a look. Okay, now there's no lights in there, and so it's kind of just a dull lantern, but hey, it looks pretty good. Okay, now our material was on there, wasn't it? Yep, I think so. Okay, Now what we need to do is give it a little bit of light. So what I'm going to do is create a light. Okay, now I'm going to shrink this down to where it's smaller, about right there. Now what I want to do is come in here and edit this light, and I'm going to bring it up 25. That's good. That's pretty good. So now I'm going to copy it and paste it. Now I'm going to bring that one up all the way up to here. One. I'm going to copy and paste again. 2. Copy and paste again. 3. And tab through, select it, and bring it on up. Okay, now as we can see, we've got a light. That's pretty neat. It's very nice. Looks classy. Now, what we can do, I'll spare you the final render. Let's create a ground plane. And what's it look like? Let's see. Let's also go to sky and fog. And here, I'll just go and down. Alright, now you can see, of course our ground doesn't look all that good. Let's change it. Materials, I'll give it a, let's see. Stones, rocks, let's see, architectural, there we go, flooring. How about this, stone walkway, that looks good. Now let's try it, see what it does. Oh yeah, much, much better. Okay, well, this is just one example of things that you can do within Bryce to begin to make a really good scene. And as this is rendering slowly, we will, I'll just kind of explain to you. Bryce is just pretty much like any program limited by your imagination. Would I want to try to model a car in Bryce? Probably not. That's one area of modeling when you get into really vertex modeling and things like that. It's not really good for. But you can bring those models into Bryce and texture them and put them in realistic looking scenes. For example, a little tweaking and a little here, you know, placing some other things, maybe a poser model or two in here, and you could create a really realistic looking scene, as you can see with the lighting and the effects and stuff. It's really, Bryce is really, really good for things like this. Play around with it and go online, get some ideas of your own for objects to make, and see what you can do with it, because making Bryce objects is really, really easy. It doesn't require a lot of effort, and you can begin creating a lot of really nice 3D models and scenes and objects that you can use in many, many different animations and things. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Maybe it's given you a little better idea of what you can do with Bryce if you're just starting out or looking for a little different perspective on things. I'm going to be covering a lot of other things in my Bryce tutorials, realistic looking landscapes and other things, and I hope you'll stick around for those. Let me know if there's something you see in the tutorial that you think can be improved on, or if you can maybe make my work a little more efficient. I'm not the greatest in the world, not the worst either, but thanks for watching, and I hope this has helped you. Bye-bye.